All right, so check this out. Oh, Elon, look at that face right there. Just look at him pondering, upset because that $50 billion compensation package was rejected by the courts in Delaware. Look at him. Just upset. Put in all that work into Tesla, increasing the stock value of Tesla shares, and then he gets rejected. He can't even get compensated $50 billion for his hard work. This is why many people like to take businesses private, because you don't have to deal with shareholders. Just one person. Let's look at this article from the Financial Times. Elon versus Tesla shareholders. Let's see what it has to say. Now, if any institutional fund managers were ever concerned that they lacked the heft to really force change on the part of large companies whose shares they own, I present one. Richard J. Tornetta. This was an article written by Katie Martin. Okay, so now, if you felt that you had no power to persuade, to make things happen within large businesses, companies, you actually do have some power. And Richard, who is a former thrash metal drummer, sued Elon Musk on behalf of all shareholders in 2018. Here it is, 2024. Trial is over. Tornetta reportedly held 9 shares in Tesla at the time in 2018. 9 shares. You're trying to tell me out of millions of shares being dispensed in the marketplace for Tesla, that this man who only had 9 shares was able to sue Elon Musk on behalf of all shareholders? This is why Elon's face is looking the way that it looks on this article. He said, I can't believe this. My compensation was rejected all because of one man who only had 9 shares, saying that my compensation package wasn't created fairly. 9 shares. Tornetta should be one of the happiest investors on the planet, assuming he still holds those shares. Now those shares are up 750%. But last week, his lawsuit stripped Musk of a $55.8 billion payday. $55.8 billion Elon Musk was running to the bank with. Had a check in hand, ready to go to the bank teller, cash it. But then Richard said, hold up, pump the brakes, Elon. I'm going to sue you because I think that $55.8 billion is too expensive. Yeah, I only got 9 shares, but I'm going to show you how powerful I can be. I can actually put my hand on your check to where you can't cash it. Now, the reason why Richard sued Elon Musk is on the basis that the pay package did not go through a quote fair process, a ruling that has elicited the kind of calm, collected response from Musk that you might expect. Yeah, he was upset. That's what it means. He was upset, and he took to his platform, Twitter or X, and really vented, saying that he doesn't like Tesla being incorporated in the state of Delaware, because he has learned that one man with 9 little bitty shares was able to reject his payday of billions of dollars. Now, understandably, Elon paid like 40 something billion dollars for Twitter. Elon has went on to say that he wanted more shares, 25% control of Tesla, because in order for him to get Twitter, he sold some of his Tesla shares, $40 billion worth or around that amount, to get Twitter. To me, these two situations that Elon could have grabbed hold of could have recuperated him buying Twitter, either by getting more shares to 25% ownership, or this payday of 55.8 billion. Both of these scenarios that he had within his grasp to at least recuperate him from buying Twitter did not formulate. It didn't happen. Not yet. So what other option does he have to at least turn his loss in purchasing Twitter into a positive one? That's what I'm seeing that he's trying to do. I think he's trying to recuperate his losses from buying Twitter. And this was one way, his payday. But Richard came in and interrupted the whole scenario. So now he's thinking, okay, what else can I do? Because I lost massively buying Twitter. So now, immediately, he is saying that he will hold an investor vote on shifting the company's corporate registration from Delaware to Texas. If that happens, Tesla will be 5 times bigger than all the Texas Incorporated Russell 3000 stocks put together. The ruling creates a tornado situation for Tesla's board, said Dan Ives, an analyst at Wedbush. But it could prove to be music, possibly thrash metal, to the ears of activist investors and others who have griped about the inability of Tesla's board to rein in Musk for years. Yeah, you know about it. He goes on these Twitter rants. He told advertisers to F themselves. He does a lot of inappropriate memes. He allegedly, as you've seen on many other news articles, has done drugs. So Richard, a man who only has 9 shares, was able to pump the brakes on all of that. As my colleague John Gapper noted in his column, several of the board directors who originally signed off on Musk's share options used to go on family holidays with him. John continued, quote, one director of Tesla, whose board currently includes Musk's brother, and the media investor James Murdoch, said that they awarded him the options in stages to give him a regular dopamine hits that they thought he needed. What? Wait, hold up. They use a drug reference for his pay? Get out of here. You got to be crazy that the options that they gave him, they reference drugs. In passing down the verdict, this is the judge who denied Elon's payday. Kathleen McCormick noted that the directors behaved, quote, like supine servants of an overweening master. Wow. Yeah, the board directors just simply gave Elon what he wanted. That's all. And that wasn't a fair process according to the courts of Delaware. What process was actually instituted to justify paying Elon $55.8 billion? What were the metrics? Was it unfair? Who creates the process? Because apparently it looked like the board did. And the board was like, they just want to give the man some dopamine hits every so often just to make Elon happy. Now, before I go, why do so many startups form their corporations in Delaware? Well, first reason is because investors prefer Delaware corporations for many reasons. Venture capital firms, angel investors, and startups accelerators prefer or even require that startups be incorporated in Delaware before they will make an investment. Second reason, most public companies are incorporated in Delaware. Nearly 1.4 million legal entities are incorporated in Delaware, including over 2/3 of Fortune 500 companies, and approximately 80% of US-based initial public offerings chose the state as their corporate home. But now you have Elon running around trying to say he wants to take Tesla out of Delaware and put it in Texas. third reason, corporations have more privacy in Delaware. Think about that. Yeah, Elon, you better think about that. Because if you like your privacy, I think you want to keep Tesla there. Delaware is focused on business. Delaware has courts that only hear corporate cases. Attorneys are familiar with Delaware case law, and it could save you money, Elon. These are just some reasons as to why you may want to keep Tesla in Delaware. But hey, Elon is going to give it up to the investors because it's a public company. They have rights. Those who have shares have rights. So we'll see if Richard and any other Tesla investor would take the move from Tesla being incorporated in Delaware and putting them in Texas. I think you guys need to weigh the best of two. What does Texas have to offer? Maybe nothing at all. So Elon, as he likes to do in his rash decisions, just wants to rapidly take Tesla out of Delaware and just say, let's go to Texas, without knowing the laws, the corporate law in Texas. Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.